Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and welcome to this week's edition of Smackdown. And I tell you what, we have a pay-per-view quality main event in store for you tonight. Roman Reigns gets his chance at the champion finally, one-on-one in a non-title match. It's Reigns versus Balor, and it takes place tonight in our main event. So here we are, we're just a couple of weeks away from the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and we got this week's main event and Smackdown for you, of course, as Alexa Bliss will be going one-on-one with Summer Rae. We also have A-Train, he'll be in action against Bo Dallas, Heath Slater, of course, in his corner. Baron Corbin goes one-on-one with the Big Red Monster. I guess it's a bit of a young versus old in that one, in that exchange. Summer Rae, well there you go, a bit of an upset win of Alexa Bliss. A-Train versus Bo Dallas. It's going to be A-Train picking up the victory. And Corbin versus Kane. Kane with the win. That's a bit of a surprise, I've got to admit. Over on SmackDown, we have Nikki Bella going one-on-one with Alicia Fox. We also have Simon Gotch of the Vaudevillains. He'll be going one-on-one with Baron Corbin. Now, I can tell you this. Baron Corbin not exactly in a great mood since losing to Kane. So we'll see if he can bounce back after losing in that exchange. And not only that, we will see Enzo and Cass up against the Ascension, and we will have a #1 contenders match, Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. More on that in a moment. And two men involved in the Money in the Bank ladder match compete one-on-one tonight. It's Ambrose versus Wyatt, and the main event match that we just spoke about, Balor Reigns one-on-one. Who will have the last laugh heading into the big Money in the Bank triple threat match? We'll find out very soon. Nikki Bella versus Alicia Fox. It is Nikki Bella picking up the victory. Gotch versus Corbin. Baron hits back after the loss on main event. The tag team champions up against the Ascension. It's the chance for the win. And it's time for Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will have ourselves a #1 contender after tonight. It will either be Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks, and of course Becky Lynch on the receiving end of an attack by Charlotte, our current women's champion. That of course took place at the recent Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and she has vowed that she wants to get herself in contention once again to get her hands on what was, her former friend. Charlotte had teamed up with Becky Lynch in the past. They were allies, they were friends, and Charlotte, in my opinion, turned on Becky Lynch because I think she was fearful. I think she was worried that Becky Lynch was going to get there and take her title away from her at some point. And I think she was just a little concerned for her future as the champion, and she decided to, well, drop one of her friends to further herself as the women's champion. Well, Sasha Banks, she's been no stranger to the women's championship in the past as well, a former champion in her own right. And she's had her battles with Becky Lynch in the past as well, and they'll meet one-on-one tonight to determine who takes on Charlotte at Money in the Bank. Sasha Banks, well, to say that she isn't the most liked around here would probably be a bit of an understatement. She's not exactly well liked at all in the women's locker room, but you cannot deny her ability, you cannot deny her skill inside of that ring. She is one of the absolute best we have in our women's division, so this is her chance to prove herself, her chance to showcase her ability, and her chance to get herself a title opportunity. It's been a long time for Sasha Banks, and she's had a one-on-one opportunity at the championship, and she gets herself a chance. Perhaps if she can beat Becky Lynch, she'll have a huge opportunity, one-on-one against the champion Charlotte. But obviously this is a bit personal, as well as, you know, trying to achieve a massive goal of winning the women's championship. This is also personal now for Becky Lynch, so she needs to try and make sure that she doesn't get this, you know, personal issues in the way of the big prize, so that is the women's championship. So she needs to make sure that she remains focused and can beat Sasha Banks tonight. Otherwise, well, her dreams will be crushed. And Sasha Banks would love to do it. She would love to beat Becky Lynch tonight and go on to win the women's championship once again here in Universe Mode, as she's now looking to wrap up Becky Lynch. Well, some big announcements took place earlier on in our episode. if you didn't quite see it, well, earlier on, we had our first trade between the two general managers since WrestleMania. And what took place was the Big Show from Smackdown. He has been traded for the young and up-and-coming Apollo Crews. So that's a big, big trade right there. And my personal opinion out of this one is I think SmackDown's made this trade because it's looking as though they're trying to free up some money in the salary cap, perhaps looking to try and sign a big-name free agent. So they've cleared up some extra money from the Big Show. They're probably, in my opinion, they've suffered a loss out of that trade. I think, losing the Big Show is going to be a bit of a loss for SmackDown, but they do gain Apollo Crews as well. So they took a bit of a loss there to try and free up some extra salary cap room in the process. So Raw will gain the Big Show. That's a big, that's a former world champion here in Universe Munch. So that's a big, big name now joining the Raw roster. Apollo Crews has had plenty of success without winning the big prize. He'll come over to SmackDown, and I think he could really thrive here on the blue brand. So big opportunity for him. And of course, the other news is that Sin Cara, he has now been released. So that has freed up about $319,000 in the salary cap at the moment for SmackDown. So they've got a bit of money to play with, and they may be able to sign a free agent or even a legend. Who knows? As Becky Lynch off the top of the rope. Missile drop kick, down goes Sasha Banks as she's looking to put her away here. Could be it. No, a kick out. So I guess to summarize all that, SmackDown doing some, cost cutting. They did re-sign Kurt Hawkins for the minimum deal of $50,000. So they've kept him. They still have Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Still, their contracts are up in the air. They haven't reached a negotiation yet. They're currently in discussions, so they could potentially be moved on. They may be released as well, or maybe they'll get signed over to Raw or traded. Something could go down there, or SmackDown may look to re-sign them for a lower deal. But that's what I'm hearing at the moment. So SmackDown looking to cut some cost to try and get a big free agent. And Crews will be joining SmackDown next week. Big Show joining Raw next week as well. So some big news this week. So here we go. Here's the cover from Lynch, looking to put Sasha away. But once again, another kick out by the former women's champion. Well, Becky Lynch, she has yet to win the championship herself. She's been close on a few occasions, but obviously Charlotte has had that championship wrapped up. And Becky Lynch has been, I think, kind of respectful. She knows that her friend's been the champion, and she's, I guess, taken a step away from that, looking to build herself up, get the wins, get the confidence before challenging for that women's championship. But she got herself an opportunity at Extreme Rules, and she took the most of it. She took advantage of it. And, she was pretty impressive. She was good. But Charlotte, really, I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, is it jealousy or, is she fearful? I'm not exactly sure. But for whatever reason, Charlotte decided to turn her back on her friend. And it looks as though Becky Lynch is looking for some revenge. She wants to get herself an opportunity at Charlotte for a bit of revenge. But she has to beat Sasha tonight. And so far, it's a close battle between the two. The cover now, hook in the leg. Is this going to be it? No, a kick out again at the count of one. Lots of great women are coming through in this division right now. Obviously, Alexa Bliss, who, although suffered a shock loss earlier on, she's still been very impressive. Is now a neck breaker by Sasha. And now the cover. Both legs hook. Lots of pressure on the neck, but she does kick out. We'll be back to that in a moment, because Sasha Banks might be looking to put Becky Lynch away. No, the counter, and the right hand saving the day. And Sasha will get Lynch and take her into the corner. So not only Alexa Bliss, the two women in this one, Paige, Naomi was terrific in her match against Charlotte for the Women's Championship. I thought she was so impressive. Nearly came close to winning the whole thing. That was great. And, Nikki Bella's been back on the rise as well. Natalia's always been impressive. Emma as well. So lots of really strong competitors here in the women's division right now. And I think Charlotte, is perhaps a little worried that her championship reign is in jeopardy. She is the longest reigning women's champion in Universe Mode history. It's a terrific championship reign. She's beaten some of the absolute best throughout her title reign. But she's in some jeopardy, big time. And she knows that the quality of competition is getting better and better. And because of that, I think she's now a little worried. And even her friend and Becky Lynch looking to take her title away from her as the disarmer locked in. We'll get back to that in a moment, because Becky Lynch may be looking to tap Sasha out. Becky Lynch, will she go to Money in the Bank? Oh, I thought perhaps Sasha's hand dropped for the tap out, but it turns out she was just trying to get the pressure off, and she was able to release the hold and get out of it. And she'll keep this one alive. Close battle between the two now as a head scissors. Down goes Lynch. And with the quality improving, Charlotte willing to do whatever it takes, it seems, to keep that title and to try and perhaps scare off some of the potential challenges. I think Charlotte trying to send a bit of a message saying that she'll do whatever it takes and that she's the queen around here, that she's the, well, I guess no pun intended, but she's the boss. And Sasha and Becky Lynch trying to prove otherwise would love an opportunity to win that championship. That's what it's all about. So many great contenders. It's going to bring us so many terrific matchups in the future, no doubt about that. And it's going to be even more difficult to get yourself the #1 contendership. That's a huge right hand. Wow. Lynch with that right hand took down Sasha. And she connects there on the right leg of Sasha as well to follow it up. Trying to keep Sasha down. Perhaps would love another opportunity at the disarmer. And Lynch now gets countered there by Sasha Banks. Tried to go for that bulldog. Missing out though. And now Becky Lynch with the front face lock. Right hand. And Sasha against the ropes. This is trouble here for Sasha Banks. Becky Lynch starting to get in a bit of a roll here. She's trying to fire herself up. But Sasha Banks with a takedown. Using that one leg to take her off her feet. As the hook of the leg now looking to put Lynch away. I'm not going to do it, but the pressure back applied on Becky Lynch. And that's exactly what Sasha Banks needs to do. Becky Lynch trying to fire herself up. And when Becky Lynch is trying to do that, you need to find anything. Do whatever it takes to shut that down. Otherwise, Becky Lynch will use that momentum to beat you, as we've seen many times. Neckbreaker there by Sasha Banks. And now Sasha going to the corner. And she's getting some applause, but some boos at the same time. The crowd a little bit indifferent right now on Sasha Banks. I wouldn't exactly say she's the most liked around here, but she's certainly, she's certainly a great competitor. I think the crowd have a bit of respect for her ability. Just not exactly her attitude. Becky Lynch trying desperately to fend off Sasha Banks now. It's back and forth between the two. Who is going to get this victory? Which woman is going to stand tall here? Is now Sasha Banks. Here we go with that neck breaker again. Runs forward and connects. Both shoulders are down. Massive trouble now for Lynch. Can she kick out? Yes. Sasha nearly had this one. She nearly had this one locked up. She nearly had the victory. The W was coming her way, but it doesn't exactly turn out in her favor as she continues to taunt to the crowd. Becky Lynch is surviving right now. Becky Lynch needs to get herself back in it. This could be it. This is her chance now. Sasha Banks is getting close to victory, and well, there's a scoop slam, and wait a second. That's Charlotte's music. That's our women's champion, Charlotte. The women's champion is here, and she's looking to distract Becky Lynch. Lynch tried to get her hands on Charlotte, and now look out from behind. Sasha Banks from behind. This is not good. Becky Lynch was distracted, and now Banks has a hold of Lynch, and the Banks statement is locked in. The distraction by Charlotte. You've got to be kidding me. And she's got no choice but to tap out and give the assist to Charlotte. Becky Lynch is not getting a title opportunity at Money in the Bank. Well, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Charlotte obviously does not want to take on Lynch. She's obviously afraid of Becky Lynch. She's turned her back on her former friend. And now she's doing whatever it takes to make sure that Becky Lynch doesn't get anywhere near that title. And Sasha Banks, well, she's back in the title picture. She gets an opportunity at the championship at Money in the Bank. Perhaps the luckiest woman in the world right now, but she did the work. She was looking impressive. Becky Lynch looking for a bit of a late flurry, but it didn't work out in her favor. Sasha Banks with the Banks statement, and that is enough to beat Becky Lynch in this one. Charlotte getting herself involved with a distraction. Unbelievable. And here it was, the Banks statement right there. And Lynch just had nowhere to go. As simple as that, nowhere to go, no choice but to tap out. So, really unfortunate for Becky Lynch, but it is Sasha Banks getting the title opportunity, a big opportunity for her to get herself another women's championship. However, Becky Lynch She'll just have to go ahead and wait for her turn. Well, Sami Zayn backstage, a man who will be getting an opportunity at the championship at Money in the Bank. And there's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, oh! Roman Reigns looking to send a bit of a message to Sami Zayn just before his big main event match with Finn Balor. We know that Reigns is not allowed to physically get in any altercations at all unless he is in a match. And I tell you what, he risked it right there, nearly striking Sami Zayn and, well, turning him around and placing his hands on him. That's risky, but wait a second, we're getting ready for Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose from behind! Braun Strowman, the former Intercontinental Champion, the former Wyatt family member, and a man who, well, should have been in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but it was Bray Wyatt who got the victory over him. He was down to the wire between the two. He believes that, you know, he made one little mistake and Bray Wyatt got his opportunity. Well, he should still be Intercontinental Champion, we know that's for sure. Braun Strowman looking to take it to Bray Wyatt right now as a big clubbing clothesline. Takes down Bray, and now these two, they've got a referee out here trying to stop this from, you know, going any further and escalating into something more serious. But Braun Strowman getting the better of Wyatt now, and here's trouble. Oh, a suplex onto the stage. Braun Strowman looking to send a message to Bray Wyatt. We know Strowman will have a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship at Money in the Bank against Luke Harper. But Strowman looking to take out the leader here tonight and send a message to Harper and the family as a running power slam connects. Strowman takes out Bray Wyatt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to continue on with the show. That Ambrose and Bray Wyatt match has been thrown out. It's not going to take place here tonight thanks to Braun Strowman's involvement. And just to finish on that, Strowman will be getting his Intercontinental Championship match against Luke Harper at Money in the Bank. But in this occasion, this match, if there's any involvement, any outside involvement, then Luke Harper will automatically lose the championship. So if the Wyatt family or someone comes to help Luke Harper, well, he will lose the championship by disqualification. So there is big implications on the line. So there is not to be any outside interference in that one. The two members of the Wyatt family will settle it all inside the ring. So we will find out who is the better man between Strowman and Harper. We know, Braun Strowman looking to take down Bray Wyatt. Well, he certainly fired the first shot right there. Well, one of, I guess, many shots, but the first one just before his championship rematch. Well, we switch gears right now, ladies and gentlemen, as we focus on our main event for tonight's episode of Smackdown. I don't think it gets much bigger than this right now in the landscape of Smackdown. The two biggest names on the show meeting one-on-one in a non-title matchup, Roman Reigns and Finn Balor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at Money in the Bank, we will see Reigns and Sami Zayn challenge for the WWE Championship and what will be a triple threat match. It is a huge, huge match. Reigns, well, he believes he would have beat Finn Balor a few months ago if it wasn't for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, well, he believes if it wasn't for Roman Reigns, he could have beat Finn Balor himself inside that steel cage. Well, there's now not going to be any more excuses. It's Balor defending against Zayn and Reigns in the one match at the one time. Well, that's Money in the Bank. But what about tonight? Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, one-on-one. Let's get it on. Here we go. This is going to be big. Reigns starting strong. Well, Roman Reigns, he came so close to beating Finn Balor a couple of months ago, just after WrestleMania, when he was just drafted to SmackDown. He had a big opportunity at Balor's championship, and he made the most of it, really, but it was Sami Zayn who came out for the distraction and cost Reigns the match. Roman Reigns never got a rematch since, and that's why Reigns has been on this tirade to try and stop Sami Zayn and anyone else from taking that championship. Sami Zayn, of course, beat Roman Reigns one-on-one, fair and square, to become the #1 contender for Extreme Rules, but it didn't really work out Sami Zayn's way because Reigns, well, whilst he couldn't interfere whilst the match was going on because of the steel cage, well, I think he smartened up and he interfered before the match happened and took down Sami Zayn. It was very, very smart indeed from Roman Reigns, and the plan worked. Sami Zayn couldn't win, and Reigns does not want Sami Zayn to be champion. He wants to be the one to beat Finn Balor. It's all about bragging rights. It's about ego in this situation because Finn Balor is the longest reigning WWE champion in Universe Mode history. If he can hang on till Money in the Bank, well, he'll have held the championship for 40 weeks. 40 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. That is a very, very long time. So you have to be impressed with Finn Balor, what he's been able to do, what he's been able to accomplish. You know, 10 months as champion, that's not easy to do. All he has to do is get through Money in the Bank, get through bragging rights, and then go on to SummerSlam, and he will be champion for the full year. It's never been done before here in Universe Mode, and that's why Reigns wants to be the one to end that. He wants to end this historic reign and stop it from reaching that milestone. Reigns wants to become a two-time champion himself as Balor launches himself over the top of the rope and connects down on Roman Reigns. On the other hand, Sami Zayn wants to be champion for the first time in his career. First singles championship. He's never won the US or the IC championship. He's never won the big one either. So it's a huge opportunity for Sami Zayn to win the major prize as Reigns now up top. Big trouble for him. Finn Balor now lining up Reigns, looking for a superplex. Lands down and drives Roman Reigns into the mat. This is real trouble. Avalanching Roman Reigns down. Could be in here for Reigns. Kicks out. Well, great start here for Finn Balor in this one, as we saw Roman Reigns, well, in a backstage altercation with Sami Zayn earlier on, looking as though he just threatening Sami Zayn, making sure that Zayn doesn't even think about getting himself involved in this one. Of course, Reigns is not allowed to physically touch anyone. He's not allowed to get into any confrontations at all. And I think he really tested that when he came face to face with Sami Zayn backstage. Our SmackDown GM Edge has, he's obviously let that one go, but if Reigns does get in a fight or looks to attack anyone, well, he'll be fired. He won't get a title match at Money in the Bank, and he's gone. Edge is fed up, and Reigns, I think, almost crossed the line there with Sami Zayn, grabbing a hold of him and turning him around, looking to get in his face, even, threatening him very close to, perhaps doing something stupid, really. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this match is in the balance right now, but we will need to go ahead and take a quick break in this one. We will be back right after this. The SmackDown Tag Team Championships will be on the line at Money in the Bank when the tag team of Enzo and Cass defend against the newly formed Rhino and Randy Orton. Can the new tag team of Randy Orton and Rhino, the experienced men, get it done against the red hot Enzo and Cass? We'll find out at Money in the Bank, where the Tag Team Championships are on the line. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and the match is still as close as ever as a clothesline by Roman Reigns. Well, Money in the Bank has plenty of big matches in store, as you just saw that Tag Team Championship match. Looking forward to that one, but also this matchup right now. Reigns preparing for Finn Balor and Sami Zayn in this one-on-one match. A big opportunity here to really settle the score between the two, find out who's the better man. We didn't really get to find out a couple of months ago when they went one-on-one. As a big knee right there to Roman Reigns. Perhaps the shin of Finn Balor connected more so as well. So Balor just starting to hit his straps right now, get in the groove and put a lot of pressure here on Roman Reigns. However, Roman Reigns, belly to belly, down goes Finn Balor. Well, Roman Reigns, there's a lot of question marks about him. He's been in a huge form slump. But the last few months, we're starting to see the better of Roman Reigns. Couldn't beat Sami Zayn, though. And he came close to being the champion, Finn Balor. So it's a really interesting situation. Zayn can beat Reigns. Well, Balor obviously beat Sami Zayn. And maybe Reigns can beat Finn Balor. So anything could really happen as a sling blade there by Finn Balor. And obviously triple threat rules, the champion does not have to be pinned or submitted. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. And that will be taking place at Money in the Bank. And right now it's very close between the two right here. A victory, I think, would be the biggest win. The biggest momentum builder for Money in the Bank. You beat the champ if you're Roman Reigns, or you beat one of the top contenders, and if you're Finn Balor. It's just going to boost your morale so much. Sami Zayn obviously watching backstage intently. He'll want to try and establish himself as a dominant threat. And he's probably the underdog in the match, to be fair, as Balor tried to launch himself over the top and land on Reigns, but Roman able to get out of harm's way. Sami Zayn's obviously, the underdog, but sometimes the underdog can really shine in big moments and big matches like this. As right now it's Reigns with a headlock on Balor. Finn's going to look as though he's going to get out of it. There's now a Snapmad takedown. Look, for Finn Balor, if he can retain Money in the Bank, quite often we see at bragging rights a champion versus champion match in the bragging rights tournament, and the bragging rights competition rather. So Finn Balor may not have to defend the championship at bragging rights, which could ultimately mean that he may be champion until SummerSlam. If he can get through Money in the Bank, he may reach that 1-year goal. Obviously, our SmackDown GM Edge may test him before or after bragging rights, but it could very well mean that you know, Finn Balor is going to go all the way. Finn Balor is going to get it done. There's now Balor. He's going to be climbing up, looking to put the pressure on Reigns and perhaps hit the big one. No! Thought he was going for the coup de grace. Instead went for the splash, and, well, that was very effective as well. So Reigns, though, is able to get up to his feet. And, well, hypothetically, Finn Balor can make it through Money in the Bank. We may find out who his SummerSlam opponent will be, because after Money in the Bank, we will see the return, for the first time in Universe Mode history, the King of the Ring pay-per-view. It's coming. It'll be after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, 2 weeks after Money in the Bank, 2 weeks before bragging rights. So it is going to get very, very interesting indeed. Finn Balor now trying to get back to his feet here as he's looking to get to the cover. One arm on the chest of Reigns, but so Roman might have had his boot underneath the rope to force the break. Got the shoulder up anyways, didn't really matter. Finn Balor trying to get to his feet and just get control here. Reigns is making it difficult for Finn Balor, able to find some counters and find the big moves like that. The Superman punch, Balor is down. Is that going to be it for Finn Balor here tonight on SmackDown? The cover and a kick out by the champion. Reigns wanted that victory. He wants to beat Balor so bad, and he came so close with that Superman punch. And perhaps he needs to go for the spear to follow it up. And that looks to be the plan right now. He's got Balor lined up in position. Roman Reigns, here he comes! Spear! Reigns with the spear! And that could be it for Finn Balor right here. Finn Balor, is he going to lose here on SmackDown? No! The shoulder is up in a near fall, and Reigns cannot believe it. He thought the spear was going to beat the champion tonight. Well, it nearly did. It was about 2 3/4. So close. But Finn Balor survives. And now Balor looking for some 1916. Lands down Roman Reigns. And Reigns now. The pressure's back on him. Balor looking to go up top. Looking for the coup de grace. Reigns better get out of the way because you're not going to like what's coming. Oh, what? Reigns was rolling and Finn Balor decided to go for something else. Reigns smartly able to roll out of the way. I think he probably knew what was coming. Instead, he gets the boot right to the face. The boot by Balor. And now he might be looking to go for it. He's got Reigns right in front of him. Roman, once again though, on one knee, and Balor's not happy. Balor wanted to line up Reigns there, and you can see Balor just feeling the effects of this one. Reigns is looking pretty impressive. Able to stay in this one, and just when Finn Balor's looking to hit the counterattack, Reigns is able to find a way to roll out of harm's way. And I think that's something that Reigns has obviously learned in the last few weeks. Well, double knees to the face, perhaps taking a page out of Chris Jericho's book with a code breaker. Well, this could be it here for Roman Reigns. If he's not careful, he's got to kick out, but he will. Well, you know, Finn Balor is great, but he's no Chris Jericho with that code breaker. That was not enough to put Roman Reigns away. And he might even make a list or two if he continues to use that move. As at the moment, Finn Balor looking to go back to his playbook, but Reigns with a counter took down Finn Balor. And hooks the leg again as Reigns puts the pressure back on Finn. Still not enough to beat the champion, but he's getting close. You feel, you know, if he can keep avoiding that big move, we know it's coming. We know Finn Balor wants it. We know Balor is trying to line up that coup de grace. If Reigns can avoid it for a little longer, maybe look for that Superman punch again, he may be able to survive the champion here tonight. Reigns trying his best. He's even cut Finn Balor open. Those really stiff right hands right to the skull of Balor, putting a lot of pressure on him. It's now Balor again, looking to pick up Reigns one more time. Once again, going for the boot to the face. And now, looking to follow it up with a coup de grace, perhaps. Reigns, he's in real position now. You better keep on rolling, Roman. It's real dangerous here for you. And he does. Reigns once again with a counter. Well, how good has Roman Reigns been at realizing what's coming and realizing he has to roll out of the way? Finn Balor just can't get it tonight. He just can't hit that coup de grace. And Reigns is taking full advantage now. Went for the powerbomb. Balor though with a counter. And that's why he's the champ. You know, whilst things are going tough for him, he's still able to keep things going in his own way. Here comes Balor. Sling blade. Down goes Roman Reigns. Balor looking to fire up and try to get back on top of this match. Reigns is in the corner. And oh boy, we know what's coming. Finn Balor lines up Reigns, launches him into the corner with the boot, and now we may be seeing the very end of this matchup. The end could be near. Finn Balor though looking for some support from the fans. He's getting it, but has he wasted some valuable time? That's the real question here. Balor though, what's he got planned? Reigns though with a counter. And Reigns playing possum perhaps. As now a belly to belly. Great suplex by Roman Reigns. Is now the referee getting involved, looking to check on Finn Balor to make sure he's okay with obviously that cut, that head wound. And Finn Balor, well, he better try and find some evasive tactics because he's not going to like what's coming. Reigns is lining him up, hits him with a spear. Reigns somehow survives the onslaught of offense from Finn Balor, connects with a spear, and has beaten the WWE Champion. Well, can you believe it? Just a couple of weeks away from Money in the Bank, Roman Reigns defeats the champion and perhaps has proven once and for all that if he had have got that fair match all those months ago, he would have walked away as the champ. Finn Balor's title reign could be in some serious jeopardy. Reigns with a spear puts Finn Balor down for the 3 count, and Reigns is going into Money in the Bank full of confidence, full of momentum. And forget about this no attacking anyone ban that he has. He gets it done in the ring here tonight. He's not looking to fight anyone or blindside or cheap attack anyone. He's looking just to get it done in the ring here tonight, and that's exactly what he's done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for in tonight's episode of Universe Mind. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do leave a like on it. Let's try and hit 7 likes in this episode. And not only that, if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe to see more episodes of Universe Mode coming away very soon, including the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which will be about a couple of weeks away from coming onto your sub box. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz. Leave a like on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BrendenPlayz, to make sure you do not miss anything to do with BrendenPlayz. And one last thing, if you could also check out the description down below and check out my second channel. We upload wrestling, shooting videos, and podcasts over there for your enjoyment. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.